It just was so dry in here. Oh, it was absolutely horrible.
My face shows for that. Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's really dirty.
Oh, your hand. Hey guys, Katie here from Mitza Creek Farm, and today we are working down in the high tunnel because it has gotten messy again. We've already cleaned it up once this spring, and now it's just kind of getting crazy again. And so we're going to be spending the day down here. I've already been down here for a few hours getting some stuff figured out, and we're getting this cleaned up and getting everything planted or ready for planting. So let me show you what we're doing. We had way too many seeds starting in our house, more than what I had built shelves for. We had them in our pantry, we had them stacked in our basement, and so now that the long-term forecast says we're not going to be getting any more freezes, we moved all the starts down here, and we've been working hard the past 4 days getting pumpkins going, and we have probably 500 pumpkin starts in here, and we have more that need to be done next week. So this is great. We're getting these out of the house so that we can actually breathe again, and getting them in here, and they look great. Let me show you this. So these guys were just planted yesterday, and they're already starting to germinate. So they're nice and warm in here. We're keeping them well watered. You can see some areas they're dry, but underneath it's nice and damp. So they are doing great. These are seeds and stuff that we are starting for here in the high tunnel and selling, and they have started to germinate as well. So this is zucchini. We have some watermelon, some honeydew in there. That little guy, we just carried this one out today. We forgot it in the basement, and that little guy is already sprouting, so that's awesome. And over here, these are all pumpkins. These little guys just came up today. This tray was not sprouted yesterday when we were here. I see, like, there's one popping up, here's one popping up. There's one back there. And those are cucumbers, I believe. There's some more in there. Those guys are all sprouting and doing great. Cucumbers. That's a sugar baby watermelon coming up. And some of these are for sale. So that is good that they're coming up. And then we have these all over here. I'm doing a time lapse of these ones growing here, because those are really shooting up. These weren't even, those were just sticking up a little bit today, and look at how big they've gotten. More. These are some tomatoes that we planted in a second succession. We have Brad's Atomic Grape, Yellow Pear, and Berry's Crazy Cherry, and they're all doing good. They were just transplanted yesterday into here, and I thought for sure that they would die, but they're doing good. And our blueberry plant. How you doing, huh? So normally we wouldn't have the turkeys down here, but it was raining on and off, storming on and off this morning. So we put them in here, and they seem to be doing good and loving it. We don't need any heat down here. It's about 90 in here with the sides rolled down and everything, and they really seem to be loving it, and they're enjoying eating bugs and the grass and the weeds and all that. So they will go back to the house tonight, and then we'll probably bring them down here when it rains, just so that we can get them out of the brooder in the house, but they're almost ready to go out on pasture. Everything is so dry. We had good rain this morning, thank goodness, but it really doesn't seem like it did much of a dent. Outside it feels better, but even in here it is so dry. And so we just ran a hose down here. We're going to be putting a sandpoint well in here within the next few days, But just to get some of the dust and everything down, just ran a hose and turned a sprinkler on so that we can hopefully keep it down. My allergies are going crazy because of all the dust. And then over here, this is what Beck and I were working on this morning. This is an old gazebo. The sides were these trellises, and then it had like a canvas top. And the gazebo was 16 years old. And so the top ended up caving in some strong winds last summer. And so we were going to throw the sides away, and then I realized I could use them for trellising. So we started putting those in. The original plan was I was going to do T-posts along the edge. There we go. I was going to do T-posts there. There we go. T-posts right there. And then run strings across. There we go. Run. And this was here, and I don't need to use T-posts. I can use those somewhere else. So Beck and I were getting these taken apart. They were in corners like that. Can you see that? There you go. They were in corners, and so we're taking them apart and we're putting them in singly like that. And these are for the pole beans, or pole peas, telephone peas. Tiring working in here during the heat of the day when it was so hot. So oh boy. So we're all down here trying to get it all finished right now, and hopefully everything will be ready for planting tomorrow. It's supposed to be overcast and rainy tomorrow, so I'm hoping to get tomatoes and that kind of stuff planted. So we'll see. We got a lot done. We didn't get it all done, but tomorrow I should be able to finish most of it. We got all the big things done, so I can come down and work on it. I won't need extra people to help me probably, hopefully. If they want to come down and help, they can. Otherwise, I can get it done. So let me show you what we did. Most of the dirt and compost put in the raised beds. This one, the front one here, still needs some more. Otherwise, that needs to be mixed. That one needs to be mixed. And then those two are mixed and ready to plant. And then earlier today you saw me working in the peas, so I got those all trellised. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so my plan is that I'm just gonna work down here most of the day. So I got the peas all trellised, and tomorrow I will get that weeded. We moved the turkey tractor so it wasn't right in the middle. It was right in the way. This will be a good spot for them for the next day or two if it's rainy. Otherwise, we want them outside. But this is a good way to keep them out of the elements because they're still a little too young to put out without a heater yet, especially on the cold, yucky days. We got the lights up. It goes the whole way. And then I put the start of it over in front of the door, and we don't have the solar hooked up yet. It just has been one of those things where it hasn't been a priority. So that'll be in an upcoming video that we do that. But for now, we have that electric generator that we had for the Christmas tree lights, and these are actually the Christmas tree lights. So we have those. The dogs must be barking at like a coyote or something out in the field. So I strung those up, and then have the electric generator up. So if I'm down here working at night, I'll just bring that down, plug them in. Have one over the door, and then there was a cabinet that somehow appeared in here. I don't know how it got here. Owen must have brought it or something down here. And so that is in here, and then I'll be able to put all my stuff away, because right now we're just putting them here. They were just kind of everywhere. When the kids come down and do stuff down here, everything kind of just scatters. So it'll be nice to have one central location. Over here, we had a compost pile that we started this winter, and it was so dry because obviously in the winter we can't water it. And so we got that watered, we added it, added stuff to it, we stirred it up, so that should be good. And then we covered it so that it isn't growing stuff. And then here's all of our plants. We had all those moved. They're here, here, here. There's our blueberry plant, and then there. And those are just covered. It's not supposed to freeze or frost at all tonight, but just in case, I want to be prepared. So yeah, we got tons. Oh, and then Sydney and Lily worked really hard, and they got about, is this about half, Lil?
I think it's only a quarter.
You think it's only a quarter?
Because if you, maybe a third of it. Because there's like 1/3 there and 1/3 there.
So this is where we accumulated landscaping fabric and used cardboard, but they got the good center of the high tunnel put down in landscaping fabric, and we got it watered really well underneath. We'll have to continue watering it until the ground gets to where it needs to be. It just was so dry in here. Oh, it was absolutely horrible.
My face shows for that. Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's really dirty.
Oh, your hand. So we got tons done today, guys, and it feels great. I absolutely love it in here, and it is wonderful to be in here with the lights on. It's darker than it looks on camera, which is typical, but it feels wonderful and it looks great. So this stuff all needs to be put away in that cabinet. This is the second layer for the high tunnel. These guys will be moved. This is the water tank. We're putting in a sand point right over here in the next few days. Turkey tractor, the peas, and then I think I can start planting tomatoes tomorrow.
I fixed the rototiller.
How did you fix it? What'd you do?
So I replaced this broken hose, have cracks in it,
What is that hose for?
the gas line.
Okay.
And I replaced it with this good, the
The
one
one
from
off
this.
of that weed
That's
whipper?
good. I put it through here,
Uh-huh.
and that since it wasn't long enough, I connected another hose to it,
Okay.
and I ran it from here, from the back of this
Uh-huh.
down to here.
Uh-huh.
I thought it would, the primer would work, but it wasn't working, so we tried this way. But
Did you fix the primer then?
yeah.
Awesome.
I just replaced
So you replaced the gas line and the primer, and anything else on it?
Nope. Nothing else, but
About the filter.
yeah, I did replace that.
You replaced the fuel filter? That's pretty cool. So Beck got my rototiller that we haven't used for probably 10 years. We had this when I attempted a garden at our house in town. And he got that so that it's working for me. So tomorrow we have to take the parts weed whipper that somebody had given us and it didn't work. And we have to take that and get it out of here and then get this area cleaned up. But that's pretty cool that Beck was able to do that all on his own.
We're lucky that
We are.
those fit on this.
It was the right size, yeah. We didn't even have to go get parts.
Nope.
Can't go get parts, can we?
Well, Dad was about to order it, and I fixed it, and I told him that we didn't need to get it. 'Cause
That's awesome. Thank you.
you're welcome.
That's it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we will see you next time.